Good afternoon, curling fans. We're back ready for our third session of the day here in the Austrian Curling Open. We've got an exciting one here. We've got Team
Team
Getter.
Karn against Team
Team
Genner,
Karg
yeah.
against Getter, new Genner, but I'm trying to remember Karg. Sorry, don't have my notes in front of me. But really looking forward to this one. You know, Team Getter, the men's Austrian team, national team,
Mhm.
against Team Karg, a mixed team, was containing some of their high level players, some men, some women. They've all played together before. So, and have shown some good results here so far in this tournament. So, we're really looking forward to this all Austrian matchup.
Yeah, this is actually a big Austrian face-off here, and we are going to have a exclusive kind of a teaser for you. Something is going to happen in the booth, but we're not going to spoil that teaser right now. But you should stay tuned if you want to know.
Could be good, could be bad. We don't know.
I'm excited. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. But yeah, we are down in the afternoon of day 2, which means the group stage is concluded here in Austria at the Austrian Curling Open. Group B is finished, and now both groups they merge into a single ranking. So everybody gets to play everybody, and the top teams obviously get to play the top teams. So the kind of the road to the final becomes harder and harder for the teams that are sitting in that top 8 position. For the teams not sitting in the top 8 position, they are going to try and fight to climb the ladder and become top 8. Because if you're top 8, you play the final game on Sunday, so the third session on Sunday, and that's basically the goal for most of the teams. Try to survive in that in the next 2 rounds, next 2 games, and then maybe fix a spot in that ultimate final or top 8.
Yep. The more you win, the harder it gets. So we are looking at the rankings here, and you can see this left side. You've got 4 undefeated teams. They both won both of their games. So now instead of the group stage where you had A and B, everybody's mixed together based on their standings, based on the points they've earned, based on the ends they've won, based on the stones, all the tiebreakers here. That's each of the columns. So you have Team Karg, 4 points, so they're 2-0, but they've won 11 ends and 18 stones. That's a little bit better than Team Kenner with the 4 points, 9 ends, and 19 stones. Then you have Team Vareka coming in third with 8 ends and 15 stones. So they're in like one of the weaker positions of the winning teams. If they lose, they get to drop. The same with Team Flugler. They're sitting with 7 ends, so a loss would drop them quite low because of the tiebreak format, unless they're somehow able to lose the match while winning a lot of ends. It's anything can happen. But here we're covering Team Karg and Team Kenner, and we're really looking forward to this one.
Obviously, yeah. If you have a quick peek at what happened before, so we had 4 games in the second session of today. So we had Team Hofer losing against Team Genner this morning. So the juniors men's team against the senior men's team of Austria. And then the Hungarian team G-Force, they really kind of performed a very strong performance against Team Augustin. Although we always keep saying you cannot tell the story by the scoreboard, especially not in curling. But yeah, 12-1 is a big result. Obviously, we had Team Verreken and Severny Pingvini on stream, and then on the other sheets, even kind of a stronger scoreboard. Team Garmisch 16-0 against Team Südtirol. And for the people out there who feel sorry for Südtirol, well, we are going to have them later today. So the last session will be Südtirol here. So they have an opportunity and a chance to prove everybody out there wrong who is starting to underestimate the Italians. Never underestimate the Italians. They can do sneaky things.
Yeah, so you see, and then a lot of teams here, because this is the winners bracket, I guess you could call it. Some of these teams have come in just playing the previous session, so they're right back on the ice. No breaks, no break for a small lunch break for them. But yeah, so we're gonna see maybe how their early season fitness is. Will there be a little attrition? Will there be a little bit of a dip? We'll find out soon enough. Playing 2 matches back to back can often be the second one can often be a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if our secret surprise for you guys is ready.
Christoph, whenever you're ready.
His name's Chris.
Sorry, wrong one.
That's Chris.
Oh, yeah, that was a. Hey, John's wrong. When isn't he wrong?
When isn't he wrong? Yeah. So, looking at the scores, by the way, there's yet another score unmentioned so far in this pre-game introduction. That is 3-2. That is the ultimate score of the tournament. 3 right predictions for myself, 1 wrong prediction. Unfortunately, John is slowly catching up, so I'll have to try and make a fighting chance to kind of see if this can be a close call.
I'm getting there. It's gonna come down to who we pick, who picks who. As the trailer, I'm going to go for a little bit of an upset here. I'm going to take Team Karg.
Ooh.
They're only playing with 3. Sometimes that can have an advantage as the throwers get to throw more. Early throwers get to throw more stones. They feel the lines a little bit better. But I think I'm going to go with Team Karg.
Yeah,
They're
I
yellow.
think
Oh no, they're red.
Johanna will be very happy because I talked to Johanna just before the game and she said she was a little bit upset of you counter picking Johanna with the earlier game in the tournament. She was like, "Okay, Pim, you're still my friend. You picked me, but I don't know what's wrong with John."
I explained to her it's all for entertainment. It's
Yeah.
nothing personal.
Yeah, there are basically 2 reasons why Johanna was upset. The first reason was John did not pick her. Second reason was John ate her dessert last evening. Little chocolate.
She
thingy.
left it. She went off to her own
Yeah.
table. So
The official statement is she left it. The unofficial statement is John ate 2 desserts. Yeah. Well, maybe she donated it. She knew she had a tough game coming up on Saturday. She was like, "Well, I'm gonna skip on dessert because tomorrow's a big day and gotta be in shape for this one."
Yeah, I need the energy, so I had the extra dessert. So is it safe to say I can put up Team Genner for you?
Yeah, I think so. First of all, kind of counterpicking is nice, but yeah, Team Genner, maybe it's too early, but I expect the team to be in the final. They are probably one of the favorites, maybe to win the tournament. I mean, they are the Austrian national men's team. They are top 10 in Europe with the men's teams.
Yep.
They are kind of ramping up, building up towards performing in the A division. Their coaches here, so they have been well coached, well trained. And yeah, speaking of their coach, I think this is a kind of exclusive premiere here on Kurdia TV. We have
join us in the middle.
the coach of basically both teams, the mixed team and Team Genner.
Actually, I'm the national coach for the men's team, Team Getter.
Yeah.
And also for the mixed doubles team.
The mixed doubles, yeah. Sorry, I mixed up the mixed teams.
No, well, yeah. And yeah.
So tell us something about, we're here in Austria, Kitzbühel, but this is also the home base for Austrian curling. As a coach, what are the ambitions for Team Kenner this season, going up towards the A division in the Euros?
Well, it's the second time that the men's team from Austria is playing the A group, and we really are working hard to stay in the A group. That's our main goal.
I think that's a very good goal. Like, how do you prepare for that? Do you have tournaments coming up? Do you have training sessions? Is there a secret you don't want to reveal to your competitors?
I won't tell every secret, but no, for sure. We are on practice on ice since July. We have spent some days in Füssen. We were in Adelboden, Switzerland to practice. We had some practice sessions here. And for sure, we are making up some tournament plans, building up some things, playing tour events, playing also this event here at home by purpose to show also the Austrian curlers our national team is playing here, and looking forward to improve our game more and more.
Nice. And how is Team Genner performing so far? Would you consider them potential finalist or maybe potential winner of this tournament?
Well, we were trying a couple of years to win that tournament. We didn't do it so far. So this year, for sure, yeah, that's our goal to win the tournament. Yeah.
So if you had to make a prediction, Team Karg or Team Genner, you're probably sticking with the boys.
I definitely stick with the boys.
Yep.
Or with the men's.
And if they don't, it's probably a sweeper's fault, Skip's mistake, or is the coach...
Well, it's always the coach's
It's
mistake.
always the coach.
Well, it depends. I mean, we're improving a lot, also in team structure, in communication, in mental things. We're practicing on all the subjects you need to practice. So therefore, I can say that the improvement is visible. But as you know, it's a game, it's a sport.
Yeah, definitely.
Many things can happen.
Yep.
It's ice, it's rocks, you know.
Yeah, but it's very noticeable that the Austrian Curling Federation is making great efforts to kind of keep growing the sport, growing the national teams. We have coaches, Daniela and you, kind of supporting the teams, like on all fronts, the women's, juniors, the mixed, the men's. So I think overall, Austrian curling is doing pretty great so far.
Yeah, we're happy to have Daniela Jensch with us as women's and junior coach. So we can share our experience. She was on the tour since only 1 year ago, so that's a big advantage to have her here with her experience from the playing side, and maybe I can bring in my older ages and experience from maybe 20 years of coaching I'm doing now, which can be a good mix, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, thank you for your very kind words, and thank you for taking the time to join us here and kind of give a little bit of background information of the team and Austrian curling. Before we go to the game, do you have one last call or one last shout out to people out there, fans, families, friends watching the game?
Sure. Yeah, I love everyone that watching us. I thank you guys to make this streaming and commentating, which I really appreciate, which brings our sport forward, and which is really important to the sport of curling. And stay tuned and be with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for having us. Bye.
All right, John. I think if I look through the window, the game has already started. We think we can just hop to the ice and see how the teams are doing.
There we go. Already a few stones in play here. Let's get caught up. Clears out the yellow, sitting stacked in the house. So far, pretty strong opening from Team Ginner.
Control.
Jana Huss from Austria here. She has played often in Belgium, so we know her quite well.
Yeah, Johanna was desperately looking for a fourth player to join. She even kind of asked him, do you have anything to do? Otherwise, feel free to wear one of my jerseys. But fortunately, I was occupied.
She was saying, hey, Pim, do you know anybody who might want to play? Not you. Gets rid of one. Yellow sitting with that red backing. So we'll see.
9-5.
9-5. So going to be a bit of weight on this one.
Yep.
There's Backhofer. He was one of the ones we were in contact with over the summer to help bring Kurdia down to Austria. He's been very helpful with getting us set in there. Oh, great stone. Brilliant pick right there. Keeps the red in play. Well-deserved fist bumps from his teammate there. Team Karg looking possibly for a hit and roll. I think either side would do there. Sweep for line. This will be one disadvantage for Team Karg, that 3 players will allow them to get more familiar with the ice. However, it does mean more one-person sweeping, so sweepers might get a little more tired. Fewer brooms might make it a little bit harder to hold the ice. Hold the line, I mean. So
try to hold the ice in place while
ice is very slippery.
Yeah.
Does a good job. Gets rid of the stone. Yellow shooter sits possibly biting back there. It's hard to tell. I know Johan kind of peeked under and was looking to see if it was in there. So we kind of have to assume, but it is not shot that you've got the red sitting up there. So
10 sagt
Matthias' first stone of the afternoon. This feels heavy,
Yeah.
so that is going to go through. So
Warte.
first stone, first mistake for the skip.
And this-
Hopefully his last, or as a for my
So, like the Rolle.
Ah, yeah. for your pick.
prognostication, I hope that's not the last. Let's see 16 of those, please.
It's gonna be interesting because the coach of the team is kind of sitting a couple of chairs away from us, so they will overhear everything we say about the team, but also vice versa because
Yeah.
the stone was a bit too hard. So in the background we could hear, "Oh dear, oh dear." Oh.
Yeah, we have
Which
to be
is nice.
careful of what we say.
Yeah.
Don't want to anger anybody.
No.
Ja, Linie.
Johan's first stone of the afternoon.
Go, up. Up.
This one is going to curl over and we'll catch it. How far does that slide?
You can sweep it a bit.
Off and
but
on. Ooh, catches a little Swedish curl there. Goes back on towards the button.
Good.
I think it's still a decent shot. Take
Oh,
out,
yeah, it's a great stone,
balls to
yeah.
the right side.
Yeah, it does bring the opportunity for Getter to get rid of this one. Might even be able to double that other one out. Not sure.
High fives and fist bumps, that's really kind of an Austrian thing I've noticed so
Yep,
far. There's
yep.
a big difference between like watching other teams versus Austrian teams.
Yep. The knife this one over. Gets on the nose. So gets rid of the yellow. Now it just depends on if that one in the back is biting, which I think it might be. And I think this could be for 2. So just a hit and stick. Play it with control.
Hinten stay. Go, 2.
Here we go with Johan and his hammerstone and this
Up.
final end. Calling her off. There it goes. Makes the hit.
And the question is that
Stays in
second
the
stone
house.
biting? Or was it out?
Johanna was flashed 2, so I think that is going to be 2 for them. Good start from
Yeah, excellent
Team
start.
Karg.
And yes, there's a high five.
Bring mal an auf 3.
I almost jinxed it by mentioning the Austrian high five culture.
So Team Getter, as a lot of top teams do, will take the time between ends to debrief, say, okay, what happened? Maybe tell a few jokes, personal anecdotes, what have you. Hill starts us off here in end number 2 for Team Karg.
Eher eng, größer. More auf 3.
So for those of you unfamiliar with the tournament, they are playing a Schenkel system, which sees teams play
Komm schön. More.
the more you win, the harder it gets, kind of thing. You'll always play the highest seeded team that you have not played against already until the finals. We're playing 50-minute match, or no, an hour and 50-minute matches. When the bell will ring. When the bell rings, the current end finishes. Now, if a stone is in play, that is it. That is done. If it's the last stone of the end, and the bell rings, that will be the last stone of the match. But if the stone has come to rest and the new end hasn't started yet,
Linie ist gut.
and the bell rings, they will be able to play another end. So far, most matches we've seen have gone 8 ends. A couple have gone 7, but usually seems like a lot of teams can get 8 in. Depends on how much thinking time they need.
Passt.
Playing out for the corner guard there. And we'll also try to keep you guys up to date on the other matches going on at the same time. There are 4 sheets, and all 4 of them are in use.
Gar nichts, gar nichts. Wo ist er? 3 ist gut. Wow. Macht Eis von alleine.
Looking to line it up with the shot stone. Might overcurl a little bit.
Schön.
Ooh, that's good. Offset can leave a double there. Will they bother with it? Nope. Looking for...
Oder den.
Maybe still a free guard zone.
That is correct, yes. Still free guards, so yes. No double there. They're looking at it looks like they're going to try to draw in behind those yellows, use them to their advantage.
Linie. Wie lang? Fest, Linie. Fest. Fest. Weiter, Jonas, soweit es geht. Soweit es
Trying to
geht.
hold this one around that guard.
Seiten holen.
Unfortunately, it's going to catch on it.
Okay.
Not the worst that the guard is a bit stepped open, I guess.
Guard. Auf 2.
Looking to put another guard there in the center. Create some debris. Make it difficult for Team Genner to do anything or to get to that pin.
Wo ist er? Wow. Gar nichts. Gar nichts.
Calling him
Das
off.
ist wow, der kommt gut, der kommt gut. Wow. Wow.
Sweep, no sweep.
Jetzt Curl, ja.
And I'll try to finish with the curl. Get a bit of an overlap there.
Like it. That's a good one.
Yeah. Slightly deeper than he pointed at, but still I think does what he wants it to do.
You ask for a guard more or less in that spot. I think that's the stone you ask for, and there's always a bit bigger room.
Sechser ab.
Looking for a double here and get the shooter to roll away, so they're going to want to hit the left one first. So they'll go left, right, and then roll out. So this will need to have some weight behind it.
Fest. Wow.
Reaper trying to hold this, calling it off. Click, click,
Fest.
and spins it away.
Very
Jonas
good.
trying to help that get even further. So fantastic stone. Really like that. Gets exactly what he wanted. Opens things up. Leaves that yellow one in the house exposed. And the center open.
Auf 2, 3. Center.
So the reason why Team Karg, the Austrian mixed team, is only 3 instead of 4 is because Moritz wasn't able to join for the tournament. And then in the first game we had Matthäus Hofer filling in. He's playing a game on one of the other sheets right now, so they're
Whoa,
stuck with the 3 of them.
Wo ist er? Gar nichts, gar nichts, gar nichts. Wo? Ganz ab. Ja, jetzt.
Gonna come up. They're gonna try to finish this one. Get the curl over. Gets a bit of an overlap there.
mal Peel. Yep. Oh. Yep.
Just a little bit off the nose, so run back jams on there, stays in there, so essentially takes out the guard, moves the stone up, so Team Karg going to put another guard in there. Somebody is definitely walking around behind the camera.
Gar nichts. Wo ist? Wo? 3.
There's a bit on the heavy side. Freeze wouldn't be the worst thing. Oh, a little bit of a Swedish curl, kind of ticked it off to the side, leaves a bit of a gap. It looks like Matthias is looking at like, hey, let's use this to our advantage, so they're going to try to curl this in behind.
Linie! Linie!
Calling for line. I'm not sure this gets around. Looks okay. Looks actually a bit heavy.
Oh.
Nayla, welcome. Nayla's asking, what is a Swedish curl? Well, it's a term I made up that when the stone comes to a stop, it takes a little extra twist. And I don't know why one day I just decided to call it a Swedish curl, and it's just sort of stuck.
Yep. We hope at some day it'll become like a known term in curling where that term gets picked up. And then we get to be part of curling history for all eternity. So, Mele, I'm guessing you are picking Team Karg for the win. In particular, Johanna.
Yes, that is a very, very Dutch Flemish name I see there.
Yes.
Coming in.
Confirmation.
Going to get around enough behind there. Gets behind the T line, sticks out a little
T-line.
bit. And as we see Team Gunner, Matthias skip from Team Gunner, Matthias say, let's put this on the T line. We've got that backing.
Yeah, the good news for Nele is Johanna might be visiting Belgium a bit more since she has signed up with one of the teams in the Belgian Curling League.
Wie lang?
That is a heck of a commute to Belgium from Austria,
Yeah.
but, you know.
Okay, Linie ist gut.
A little bit heavier than a freeze, but still gets it in there, is sitting shot.
Yeah, it leaves kind of a nice tap and roll here for Team Karg, getting rid of that red one and also kind of
Rolling
squeak
under,
in
yep.
between.
Yeah, and they don't really need to put much weight on it, just really need to kind of move it past. I mean, if they get it out of the house, then it brings that yellow in the top of the 12-foot to into counting.
Yeah. Could be a very nice opportunity to set up for a steal here, putting Yellowstone in the house. Things look quite good for Team Karg.
Like the roll nach innen, wäre super. Wenn er gerade ist, ist auch okay.
Yeah, at the moment, I look like a genius.
Yeah, we could kind of be all tied after this game. And remember, Team Karg, they in the first game they faced 4 points against them in the first end, but they were able to turn things around. So they have a very strong morale and they grow in a game.
They need this one to curl. It's just not going to tick. It somehow finds the gap between both of those reds there. Ooh.
Unfortunate miss here. That was a big opportunity for them to set up for a steal. Now things can go the other way.
Yeah, maybe a little bit late on the call to try to sweep to hold the line to get that tick off that red guard, but I wasn't quite sure if she was sweeping for the curl or sweeping for the line. But
yeah, sometimes you kind of hope if it slows down enough, it might pick up more curl, and then yeah, those are the trade-offs.
Ja, Linie. Ja, Linie.
calling for line, really putting that weight into the broom head.
Linie ist gut.
Just want to make sure this gets down.
Westflug. Auf Freeze hinten.
Guess it still leaves the same situation here for Team Karg. Little tap and roll.
Yeah, that yellow is now holding that red back in place, so I'm not sure if they'll be able to really get rid of both of these. He's looking at this run back from these yellows.
Not an easy one finding the gap between those red stones, running them back. And he seems to like that option.
Yeah, any kind of hit near the nose would probably be good enough.
Als einzelne gelegen ist, diese Deppert. Das muss man eigentlich fast einspielen. Ja, controlled, aber steht nur. Things was a board, film on board. Zack. Board, pick and roll.
Taking his time. This is an important stone. Opting not for the run back, but going for the draw. Ish. Feels heavy for a draw.
Is that tap and roll? Then it's pretty wide, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
I mean, it
that
clips,
is also.
it does,
And
and then it flies.
oh, but then it takes their own out. Didn't really change much of the situation. They were already sitting.
He's clearly disappointed with those two last stones.
Yep. So already 2 for Team Ginner. Trying to draw in and get a third and take the lead.
They doubled them out. Maybe they can score more.
Why would they double their own out?
Oh yeah, mixed colors there.
I'm supposed to be the confused old man.
Just basically a draw. We'll make things work.
Gets around, finds that gap pretty much right in the center, taps on their own, and that will be 3 for Team Ginner. It's
It's never fun if you have to play last stones and then you make 2 2 mistakes ending up giving your opponent 3, but you can see how the Austrian team is super supportive with their skip.
Hey, these things happen, you know. There's still plenty of curling left, so you just kind of have to shake it off, go on to the next end.
Yep. Still plenty of ends to go. Way too early to start giving up on things. As the skips make their way towards the far end of the ice arena here in Kishbul.
Florian will be starting things off here, and then number 3 for Team Getter as they lead 3-2 over Team Karg.
Line is good. Line is good.
Calling for cleaning.
Test. Test. 15-2. Okay.
Saying Lina is good. Line is good. Line is good. That was not cleaning. So this one comes into the house. Is this going to tempt Johan to play it out, or is he going to go for the corner guard? They are going to play this out. Now a nose hit, I think, would leave this stone out of the house, so it would become a guard that could not be taken out.
Linie.
Oh, there it goes. There's that spot.
Option, wow, turn lassen, turn lassen. Wow.
Gets rid of it. Was never going to have enough to hold, so better to let it go and make sure it gets the red out. So
It's indeed save your strengths.
let's reset and
Ja, na, Spiel vorne 4.
go back to square one. Then again, there's only one zone each for each team, so.
Linie is good. Linie is good.
Just likes the line. Sweepers seem to like the speed.
Yep, curl ein bisschen. Yep. Kim, vorne
Gonna
4.
get curl a little bit.
Okay.
Solid 8-foot stone.
Control.
Johan saying, let's do a control takeout, try to roll this, clear this red one out, roll the shooter over to the side of the house. Job number 1 is get rid of the stone.
Linie.
Gonna have to work hard to get this to hold. There it goes. And rolls over to the side of the house. So not the side of the house they wanted, but hey, this works too.
9,5.
Good work from Johanna there with the broom.
Sauber. Yep. Wow. Sauber, sauber, nur sauber, nur sauber, nur sauber. Yep. It's good.
Little nose hit there, takes it out, sits over on the side.
9-6.
This type of end favors Team Genner. Forced to 1 for hitting competition pretty much favors the non-hammer team. It's the first one who blinks / aka misses is in trouble.
Linie.
Another hawk-to-hawk sweep effort for Johanna.
All the way.
All the way. Is that going to catch it enough?
It does, but will it come out?
Yeah, it's going to have to be a little bit of help from the skip, and not quite enough. Doesn't have enough to get it out. Maybe just a little bit underweight there, so over-curled and doesn't have enough to push it out. So is that the first blink? Is that going to give Team Jenner the opportunity to take control over this end?
Ring is good. T-line. T-line.
This one T-line.
15-0 is good. Yeah. Nice.
It is right there on the T-line, just as he said.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that maybe Jonas accidentally mic'd himself up instead of the skip, but then I noticed that everybody from Team Jenner has microphones for their own little recording.
Cool. Imagine that that's very useful information to debrief or rewatch the game afterwards.
Yep, find out what is the communication, did somebody miss something, did somebody say the wrong thing, did they say anything at all, that kind of stuff. So yeah, very useful for training. Gets rid of the red, shooter rolls out. Again, they're going to go to the opposite side of the house this time. At this point, they just want to keep things separated. Don't want too many stones too close together to give Karg an opportunity to clean things out all at once.
T-line. (14:4) ist ein bisschen Gas. Okay.
A little bit behind the tee, trying to sweep it out, doesn't quite get it out all the way, so there's a decision for Johan
Double.
and Team Karg. There is a double there. There is that possibility. Heard him shout it out, so
Yep.
I think that is what we're going to get.
Go. Linie.
There's one, slides over
Wow.
and gets two.
Wow. Nice shot.
A stone. Great shot there from Johanna.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Auf Null.
Yes. That was, I think that was even a mild way to express yourself.
Yeah.
It was a super shot.
And to celebrate, Team Jenner just says, okay, let's get rid of it.
Yep. Wow, sauber. Sauber. Bleib dabei.
Somebody is doing something wrong or not enough, but no, leaving it alone is what they want. Gets rid of it. Boom. Talk. And there we go.
Fürs, ja, Nase. Control. Rechte Seite.
Control weight here. Asking her which side she prefers.
And she said, egal.
I don't know what that means.
That means it's all the same for me.
Okay.
Komm, schnell.
Feels fast. Needs to make sure it curls over. Oh, I don't know if this is going to curl enough. And, ooh, it just flies by. So a little bit wide on that one. Oh, the second time Team Karg has blinked in this end. Let's see what Team Gunner is going to do to make them pay. It's going to put something out on the side of the house. Probably edge of the 8-foot. On the tee line, preferably.
Centerline, glaube ich, nicht. Am Ende geht er irgendwie dahinter. Ja, alles vorne Haus ist okay.
Smooth delivery and release there. Sweepers seem to like it, not really doing much. Gonna clean a little bit. We're gonna try to finish this off, get this all the way back to the tee line. Maybe finished a little bit higher than I thought, but that they would have wanted. It's still a good stone. There's a lot of run for trying a double, so Johan just looking at like, hey, okay, let's try to roll our stone over and maybe use that stone at the back of the house as a little backing if there's some a takeout attempted.
Dritten Roll, vollen Roten, damit wir die Backguard haben. Damit wir vielleicht Champions oder spielen. Line! Whoa! Yeah!
Call it off. Oh, now we're sweeping it again. Don't quite roll all the way to the middle, but does roll into the shot position. Team Gunner is saying, let's get rid of that. We definitely want to focus on forcing to one or trying to steal here. We sit this one on the right place, that can really narrow down the scoring area. Sweeper indicating it's a little bit high. Martin is, but now he's jumping on it.
Finds a nice roll there.
There you go. So there you go, chat. Pim was not asleep. He has been here with me the entire time.
I'm doing work. People out there can see. Yeah. This is service, putting the stone in place for Johan.
Hit and stay, control.
Right, so Johan with some work to do. With this hammer stone to try to take the end.
Linie, Linie. Up, whoa, 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 whoa!
Calling her off. She's coming back on.
And it's the curl. I really want that yellow one to stay in the house.
Yeah, I think he wanted her. Yeah, that one's tough. Yeah, there's a steal of one there for Ginner. Maybe a little bit of a late call on the sweep if they were going to maybe try to have it carry over. And get that one on the back, but
Johanna a little bit disappointed with his performance so far in this game. He's very fortunate to have Johanna and Jill to keep boosting the morale there.
yeah, let's see what's going on the other sheets when we've got this little quick break. On sheet A, G-Force and Team Derberish all tied up. On sheet B, Garmisch is trailing Team Hofer 1-2. Here we have Team Karg trailing Team Genner. And Team Verreken and Team Flugler are all tied up in the third end.
Muss ins Haus. D-Line noch, Kim.
This one into the house, settling on the T line. Probably a little bit further than they wanted, but time for Jill to set their first stone. Looking for a corner guard on the opposite side of that red.
Wow, gar nicht, gar nicht. Lass ihn einfach curlen. Lass uns selber kämmen.
One's going to carry into the house as well. A little bit past the tees, and they're going to try to sweep it to make sure it goes a little further. It does not go that deep, so Matthias saying, let's get this sucker out of here. Probably not using those exact words,
Nope.
but I paraphrase, of course.
Ja, Linie. Wow.
This
10-0,
one,
aber
Not the best of stones here for
no
Team
little
Kinder.
over rotation there, or
Auf 3.
inside release. So, lifeline for Team Karg. Can put up a guard here over that, try to protect it. Gonna build something up.
What? Wo ist er? Wow, wow. Ganz ab, ganz ab. Schaut long aus. Schaut sehr long aus.
Going to start curling and to slow down.
Ja, chip. Zirksen. Zurückgehen. Hard. Hard.
This one is a bit heavy, so it's going to go deep. They're going to try to sweep this deeper. Leaves a double.
leicht außen.
But will the shooter be able to stay if they go for a double here? Maybe they don't care about that. Just make sure they can get rid of these two yellows before they become a problem.
Ja. Ja.
That was an immediate call.
Wow. Karl.
Well, he wants the curl. Did not get the top one. Rolls underneath. Gets rid of the back one. Rolls underneath the top yellow. And now yellow has a little bit of a backing there, so that's almost as good as a guard. There is a gap there, so it's not like completely safe, but not something that Team Genner would have wanted to leave.
Wo ist er? Wow. Gut, gut. Schau, bis 3.
Pulling off. He wants us to curl.
Wow, up.
Don't think this is going to curl enough. Weight was good, just a little bit outside. Didn't get the curl that they wanted. So leaves that yellow exposed over there on the edge, and Matthias says, let's go get it.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Nice.
Okay, nudges the red as it goes by, but stays in. Shooter and the backing stays in, so. Good stone there from Martin. Now Team Karg is facing another difficult situation.
Linie. Ja. Hold.
Into out line.
Whoa, whoa.
Really sweeping this to make sure they don't want it to roll too far away. There it goes. Stays inside the 8-foot sitting shot. Gets the job done.
Good plan B. They prefer it to roll
11-0.
underneath the yellow guard, but being in the house is still a good fallback choice.
I've just noticed that Johanna and Jill are wearing each other's
Yeah.
uniforms.
Well, not each other's because Johanna is not wearing Jill's uniform.
Oh, okay. They're wearing
Yeah,
not,
so-
not their own uniforms.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So Johanna has offered Jill her uniform, and then Johanna is wearing somebody else's uniform.
I got it.
Oh. Cut. Cut.
Get this one to curl.
Festnetz.
He's going to catch enough, and how much is it going to roll?
F2.
Johan trying to get it out of the house, doing all of his might behind it. Does not get all the way out, so sitting back there, actually undercover.
What team?
Usable as a backing stone, though, so. Oh, you got some fans in the stands.
I think that's Team Messenzeel. If I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure.
Or fans.
I think fans. I didn't recognize any of the Messensales on the ice.
Yeah, that's true.
No, they're on the ice next round. Sorry, they're not on the ice. But I don't believe that's them. I don't think they had a redhead on their team.
Whoa. Clean. Wo ist er? Wo ist er? Gar nicht. Wo ist er? Geh nach hinten drauf.
You could get around that yellow.
Ja, nein, jetzt gehört dazu.
Don't want this to go too deep. There it goes. Sits into the shot position. Fractionally peeking out the back there.
Okay.
So Matthias says, okay, let's go tick, tick, and hold the shooter. Why not? We see 3.7 millimeters of it, so I think we can get this out, right?
Yeah.
Na, das sehe ich nicht. 10. 9,5 würde ich noch nicht gern spielen. Über die Garten immer. Yep. First floor. Whoa, yep. Whoa.
Yes, no, maybe so. No, doesn't quite get it. Actually runs that yellow back onto their own and puts it into the shot position, although it being out in the open and behind the tee line. That's super exciting for Team Karg here. And it is set up for a double. So Johan having to decide, what do I do?
Hammer. Wir legen doch vorne an. Wir legen es dort drauf, genau. Drauflegen oder vorne. Wir finden den ganz schlecht. Vorne auf. Genau in der Linie. Wo ist er? Was? Drauflegen. Hören. Na, Linie.
Trying to see where this one's coming in. Feels like
Ja,
that's
so
going to
drauflegen.
curl
Linie,
over
ja,
a bit
ja,
much, so
Ja.
looks like they're going to try to freeze it back against that red.
Up.
That was plan B, so not too bad there.
No.
Matthias pointing out, let's go for the double. A inside out turn. Now trying to get it to curl a bit. And there it goes. And oh, unfortunately the shooter squirts out the back. I didn't see that coming.
No. But
But-
well, it catches those two yellow stones, so that's a great result.
We have that yellow not really locked in there, but it does have a little backing behind it to kind of make it harder to get rid of without while holding yours. So as we see Johanna indicating, going to go to with the stone to the other side, split the house. Nacho, long time no see. That is correct. Yes, our long summer hiatus is over. We are back to broadcasting curling, and as you will notice, we are not in Belgium. We are in beautiful Kitzbühel, Austria, covering the Austrian Curling Open for them.
Yep.
And we took our show on the road, bought a few new toys, packed up all of our equipment, and drove all the way down here to Austria to bring you curling this weekend. How are you doing? This first stone, trying to split the house, force Team Genner to chase, and hopefully they can score two with their hammer stone. Getting on the broom, making sure that the stone gets into the house. Looks pretty good to me. Ooh, maybe a little too deep? No, that's okay. A little behind the tee line, would have liked that one in front, but still all right. We're going to see Matthias get rid of this one. Maybe they can try to roll over somewhere. Put some pressure on Team Karg. Cooper's trying to bring that over. Sits on the nose, takes it away. So now clean hit needed for Johan to give Team Karg 2 in this end and tie things up.
Yeah, I think if Johan is able to make the shot and they score two, I think halfway the game, well, halfway, expecting to have 8 ends here, halfway the game, being all tied up, is still a strong result here for Team Karg.
Yep.
Being, I think I can call them the underdog.
Yes, considering that the Team Genner is one of the top 10 teams in Europe at the moment, I would say that is safe to say. Especially playing as an underdog or as an understaffed team with only one man down. Trying to make sure this stays on it. Most important thing is to make sure it goes away. The second is to make sure it stays in the house, and it does, and that will be 2 for Team Karg. We are all tied up here. after 4.
Ist zu. Center guard, okay.
4-4. Halfway down. I'm looking at the clock. It's 3:30, so we've played an hour, 50 minutes to go. I think we're gonna see an 8-ender here.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable.
And yeah, for Team Genner, they're still playing a strong game, so I don't think they feel worried not having a lead at this point in the game.
No, you know, they want to see this back and forth. They look pretty well relaxed. As Jill starts things off here in the 5th end
Ganz ab.
for Team Karg.
Overcurled bisschen. Da overcurled. Einfach.
Jeff McClellan, that is my brother, saying how exciting, and it is. Welcome, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff McLennan,
Norm-
former champion in the
former
Belgian
Belgian short curl champion, yes. The 2022, did we win it?
It was, I think it was prior to.
Oh, it was
the
prior to
COVID.
Corona, so 2019? Wow, that long ago?
It's 5 years ago, John.
Oof.
How long can you brag about? Brag with a title like that? I think
I'm living in the past. 2020, okay.
2020.
Just before the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so living in the past.
I think the
Ah,
third-
Phil, good to see you back.
Yep.
Phil rooting on Team Karg.
Yep.
Hi, Phil.
Yep. Curl. Alles curl.
Tapping in
Bring
from
it up,
the US,
Wow.
Massachusetts, if I recall.
Cape Cod, Massachusetts. That is correct.
14-6.
I hope. For sure. All right, they come in right behind this yellow guard,
Da ist auch
sitting in
viel
there.
Squeeze war gut. Leichter Bounce ist okay.
And I'm taking a look at the other scoreboards, and I'm seeing a lot of fairly close matches there too. So that's definitely a good indication that teams are finding their level.
Yeah, we are progressing in this tournament. And now we have the
Wow, gar nichts.
best 8 teams so far playing on the ice,
Curl.
trying to secure that spot in the top 8. Teams losing in this round will probably drop down to the second part.
Trying to help this one curl over, but I think it's a bit too far outside and a little bit heavy, so that is going to cruise out the back with a little help from Matthias there. Phil confirming I am correct. Yes. Always nice to have outside confirmation that I am a genius.
Auf Platz. Ja. Linie ist gut.
So for those of you just tuning in,
Wow.
Team Genner is the Austrian men's national team. Team Karg is a mixed team of high-level Austrian players. They are playing a person down, though. They are only playing with 3 in this match.
Yeah, they're also the national mixed team. for
Ah,
Austria.
they are the Austrian mixed team, so... But their second male player had other obligations this weekend, so could not make it. And they were unable to find a fill-in.
Wow. Jetzt ein Curl.
They asked Pim if he knew anybody because they didn't actually want Pim.
Nein, ja. Linie.
But they also didn't ask me, so but they also knew I'm a bit busy,
Yeah,
bringing my beautiful, beautiful, scratchy voice to. I feel like my voice is a little scratchy today from last night. I don't think I'll be doing much karaokeing tonight.
12.
what was that band called again? The Austrian band that was advertised on our TV apartment on our first night. Something with the Geschwister.
Oh yeah, I forget. But yes, that was an amusing,
That was pretty amusing.
Right.
So we
classic Austrian mountain music.
Yep. Yep.
it was nice to set the tone and the atmosphere.
Jonas.
He's trying to get this one to come around that guard. There it goes. It is going to tap just on the inside. Oh, picks it out nicely. What a great stone there. Fantastic result. Good on the sweep. Just an amazing result right there. That's going to put even more pressure on Team Karg. Just looking at freezing up against those, trying to limit some opportunities. They do not want to get a big end, give up a big end to Team Genner and let this match get away from them. Sweep this. It's not going to get around the guard. It's too tight. It's going to tap on that yellow guard. That's not something they needed at this point right now. So this is going to leave Genner the opportunity to come in and build up more in the house. Right now they're sitting with 3. In a fairly strong position. See if they can add another one to that.
Oh, Linie ist gut. Vorne 8. Vorne 8. Ja, Linie. Nice flow. Oh.
Line looks okay. They should get around those yellows. It does start to curl a lot, so they got to make sure it does. There it goes, and tucks it right in behind. And
Beautiful stone.
that's
there.
a beautiful stone. Exactly. You said it, sir. Johan throwing his hands out. Don't think he means he's giving up. Just meaning we've got to open it up here. We got to start getting rid of things so we can get back at it.
Yeah, he was spreading his wings, making a statement. Johanna, let's have these stones fly in all directions and lean our little bird's nest.
Oh,
This has some pace.
Oh, gets rid of those 2. Okay, it slides over a bit, so not fully open, but it is open enough. But I don't think they were really going to be able to get rid of all, both stones and the shooter at the same time.
Hi.
Not a lot of big ends here so far in this 5th session.
Linie ist
Nope.
gut.
I
Bisschen
think we're going
eng.
to see a lot more teams playing
Ja, Linie. Ja,
better
Linie.
strategy, trying to manage the ends as opposed
Ja,
to
hilsam. Ja. Oh.
try to throw haymakers and throw some big stones out there.
Yeah, indeed. Better percentages, so less mistakes
Okay.
that lead up to a big end.
Yeah, this one curls slightly over curls. What do you do here if you're Team Karg? You don't have the hammer, you don't have anything in the house. Other team has 3 or 4 in there, so
Johanna knows the answer to this problem. Hopefully. You do.
there's nowhere to bury something for yourself. Kind of have to. I think you kind of throw something in there, try to hit. Let's see if I can draw this correctly. Try to hit something over here. If not, and if you catch this one, at least it gets away. But if you can get back into the house and get rid of something out there, maybe you can move a couple, but there's not a whole lot to move multiple stones. It's not very easy.
Ja, Heckweight, spiel mal Heckweight. Zack, und bleiben da. Der bewegt dich ja, der geht ja weg. Merk jetzt nicht weg. Du triffst ihn nicht. Wir müssen, wenn man so treffen will, okay.
He's looking for an
Nur der
angle, but
Combat-Knopf
Is there a
an der
run
Karte
back?
vorbei
That's
ist, dann
what
geht er
I
Double,
was
ja.
looking at.
I'm not entirely sold on the idea of there being a run back there. He thinks he sees something. I don't know if it gets around that red. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt too badly if you catch that red guard. The coach is up here in our booth watching on.
Control!
It's a bit risky, this shot, but, you know, I think it's a risk worth taking. Maybe if you hit it, great, you knock out a couple, one or two. If not, you open things up a little bit and force Genner to throw another guard like that. And honestly, they don't really have much of an option.
Linie!
Gonna sweep for line.
Der geht vorne, ja, Linie!
That's
Linie,
going to
Linie.
catch on that red.
Raus.
Doesn't change that much, to be honest. Maybe there's a run back later on, but the setup is more or less the same.
Well, I think it does actually help Team Karg a little bit. That yellow one being there, it does allow them to run something back. Now, are they going to be able to clear out all three of those stones? Likely not, but there's now an angle for them to do something. And it's not a stone that Genner is really going to want to take out, because it would leave them exposed. So I think what they're likely going to do is split the house here.
T-Line mindestens. T-Line mindestens.
Really force Team Karg to make some tough decisions.
Mindestens T. Mindestens T. Achtung. 15-0 ist gut.
Just likes
Nice.
the speed on this, carries a little bit. Oh, that goes a lot deeper than I thought. That
Yeah.
would stop in the 8-foot, but nope, carries all the way into the 12.
Wenn ich das in Freeze lege, dass er oft liegt, dann legt er nochmal, dann... Ja, aber das ist so schwer. Ich brauche den nicht. Ja,
Yeah,
bitte
with
gut
only
weiter
2
spielen.
stones left, Team Karg doesn't have a lot of options. It's not so easy to say, hey, do we run this one back? Maybe waste it, or do they try to like tuck something in and freeze and take some points away from stones off the board?
You're looking at those run back angles.
Kann zurückgehen. Ja, one back nose dribble.
Johan doesn't look very excited to be in this position.
No, he
But
knows.
it's,
He knows this is a difficult one.
yeah. And as a fellow fourth myself, yeah, sometimes you look at this and go, "Ooh, what an option!" It's like I could jump in the lava or I can jump off a cliff. It's- Outside in on this. Gonna hold the line. All right, runs it past.
Oh, and Johanna's all the way over to the other sheets, trying to chase that one redstone.
But does the job, gets rid of that one, opens things up, kind of gives them an opportunity. Of course, Team Genner says, we're just going to put a guard back up.
Yeah, I
And,
mean,
we'll see what Team Karg is left with. They won't have the hammer, so their next one will be even more damage control. Well, Team Genner is trying to say, let's put the pressure on. Let's get as many as we can.
Ja, das war unsere zwei. Alles, was beißt, ist gut. Die Linie ist wichtig.
A nice smooth slide and delivery there from Matthias. The young curlers out there watching. It's a very good slide right there. Just bringing this down, getting called off, and good situation there. Curls over just enough. It's going to make it difficult for Team Karg to run anything back and clear things up. Isn't much of a freeze there, honestly, either.
Yeah, it's so hard. I mean, you either go for what is the best damage control option here? That's basically the question that's out there.
Yeah, is there an option to try to run back and get 3 to move?
I think that's the kind of option they should try.
Ooh, there's enough of a gap out there that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, but they're also kind of a bit in an angle where if you hit the first one at right angle, they might all 3 go out. But then the question is, what is that angle? Where do you hit the first one to get all 3 of them?
You know what? I think if I'm Team Karg, I'm trying to freeze up against here. Oops, not there. A little bit higher. I'm trying to freeze up against that one. You're not going to win the end. You're going to take 2 out of place, and it's gonna make it harder for them to do anything. But you have to get a perfect freeze, and well, it's
also not an easy shot.
Not an easy shot, no.
So
you got to go with what you're comfortable with here. There's Herbie.
It is Herbie, yeah. You know, just during the break when I was checking our Instagram, little Herbie has his own Instagram account, so you can follow the stories of little Herbie the dog, by the way. Well, you can guess that by the barking sound, of course. But the pictures on the account are super funny. Important stone for Johan.
Big weight. Inside out turn. Jill running to keep up with it. Catches one of those yellows and knocks one out of the way.
Yeah, there are still
actually with that yellow coming into the house, it is down. There's 2 left.
Yeah, with the hit and roll, this is 5 points for Genner here.
Yeah, hit and stick. That's 5 for Genner, and could put things in start making this game run away with it, or start letting them run away with this game. Jeez.
You were the native speaker?
I promise you guys, I do know how to speak English, just not all of the time.
You know all the words, but it's not in the right order.
Yep. It's like a puzzle you guys get to figure out. Wanting the curl. And he gets it. but
Oh, no.
also catches their other one. So
Johanna making sure this one is out, and that's 4 instead of 5. That's still a big end, but could have been 5 though. And they were all tied up 4 against 4, but now the scoreboard is being updated. There we have a little pie series going on over at Team Genner. 3-1-4.
there we go. There's the updated scoreboard. Team Karg's going to have to forget that end. They're going to have to just start fresh, say, okay, we can still climb back into it. They've still got time.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, even if they wouldn't win this game, they still need to find out if they can collect a couple of ends and points.
Yeah, that goes a long way in the tiebreakers.
Yeah, because there are a lot of teams that have 1 win and 1 loss. So if they would lose this game, be bumped down, and then win the last game, then you could end up tying with a lot of teams with 2 wins, 2 losses, and then those tiebreakers become the difference between a place in top 8 or a place in the bottom 8.
Linie ist gut. Bisschen langsam, oder?
I'm just saying he feels a little slow.
Fest, kämpf soweit es geht. Ganz 12 geht er noch. Ist der da langsamer?
It's right in there, top of the house.
Auf 3.
Team Karg's first stone of the 6th end. They're going to want a big end of their own to try to get back
Wo ist
into
er?
this.
Wow, gar nichts. Einfach auskalten lassen. Irgendwo vielleicht ein bisschen.
That one's going to
Is
curl way too much. Is it too heavy? Yes, that is going to go through. They were looking to try to get rid of that red and then sit somewhere, but with it over curling, goes out of the house. So Florian being tasked to come in behind his own stone.
In terms of team morale, I think this is also kind of a decisive end. With a lot of hard work, you were able to keep up with Team Genner 4-4. Suddenly, it's now 8-4, and then you need to stay in the game, of course. See if you can fight back once more.
This one looks pretty good. Is it going to curl? Does curl around, just goes a little bit past T, but beautiful stone there.
Yeah.
Auflegen.
Phil asking what happened with Team Karg's 4th player. He had some other engagement this weekend he needed to be at, so was unable to join. They had a fill-in 4th for their first match, but they weren't able to get anybody for permanent this weekend. So
Linie.
probably going to be playing a man down the rest of the weekend.
Ja, dann lassen. Wow. Wow, ab.
Caller off. Time warp there.
Yeah.
Matthias wanting Martin to just come in between the 2 reds, so gotta build up something.
Linie! Linie ist gut! Linie ist gut! Paul! Curl fest.
Trying to make this
Kämpfen,
curl
alles geht
now.
noch. Weiter, weiter, weiter,
Next the line.
weiter. Ich muss nur in die Mitte. Okay.
A little bit light, so doesn't quite get over to where they want it, but really kind of closes down that run back. That's going to be a really tight gap to get through. Johan not worried about that. Going to try to draw this around, get in on top of that red one.
Auf 6.
Wanna going for that
Hautlinie.
hug to stop
Hug.
sweep.
Hautlinie.
Quite often. Really hard
Halt.
holding the line. Wants this one
Yeah.
around that red. Does it get there? It
Ouch.
just doesn't. Oh no. That was looking really good. Just unable to hold it by herself.
This is so unrewarding.
Oder
Sweeping
fahren.
that hard and then just missing it by a hair.
Den oder die Garden. Im Haus. 11-0. Nur nochmal. 11-0. Kontrolliert.
For a control takeout here. And Jenner just looking to keep rid of these, get rid of these yellows. Trying to avoid giving up the big ends.
Up. Oh.
Holding it hard, make
Yep.
sure it's
Ja, ja, ja.
around.
Bisschen nach außen, wenn es geht. Passt gut. Ist gut.
And there it goes.
10-7.
Shooter not sitting in a place that it's really going to be beneficial for Team Karg to use as a takeout or a hit and roll, so they're just going to try to draw in again. Now, honestly, if they throw the same stone as last time, it'll be fine because that red one was nudged over a bit from Jill's last stone, so same weight, same line, they should look pretty good.
Wo ist er? 8. Wo? Oh, Linie. Linie.
Oh, did they wait too long to call it for line? Yeah, that's going to catch that red. Maybe needed to call that a little bit earlier, a lot earlier to kind of hold it. Opens it up a little bit more over there, so Genner's going to try to get in there first. Let's get into the top of the forefoot.
Linie.
Dionys' first stone of this sixth end.
Festlinie. Oh,
Going for line.
Linie ist gut. Ja, vorne 4. Fest hoch. Oh, oh, oh.
Calls them off. Tries a little curl at the end. That's going to just tap on top of that red. That's a great stone there. Very well placed. That's going to be tough to get out of there.
Yeah. This reminds me of a same situation before where he was looking at a lot of red stones lined up and then having to look at, am I going to throw some weight in this to break things open? And I see if I can fit a stone in, but then again, yeah, if
An
you're
einer
chasing
Länge.
4
Wir
points,
müssen ein bisschen aufpeppen.
at some point you're out of damage control options. You just have to make the points to get the
Yeah.
results.
Lassen wir uns dort auflegen. Dann müssen wir zurückgetappen nach einer 9er Länge. Damit wir noch von da vorne nehmen, dann machen können wir da vielleicht irgendwas, ich weiß auch nicht. Aber obwohl ein Klo besser war. Also so einfach so zurückgetappen. Ja, 8, 9er Länge.
So, looking for maybe a corner freeze that they could do something with later, or just trying to hit it now and seeing what they can get. Trying to unlock stuff. Trying to judge by where his broom was placed. Not quite draw position.
Linie! Linie!
Sweeping for line.
Da ist drauf.
Goes over curls.
Nase, ja.
Think she's just a little bit inside on the release, and that is going to tap that red further in. So just seems like the wind has gone out of Team Karg's sails. Just that four-ender was a real soul crusher. Johanna and Jill are smiling, but I think they're not particularly happy about that.
On the other hand, at some point you kind of know you're facing an opponent that is not the weakest component in this tournament.
Right.
It was a big hill to climb starting with this game.
Linie! Wie lang? Ah, kalt ein bisschen früh. Nur drüber, nur drüber.
This one seems a little bit light. I don't think it really hurts them, but probably not exactly where they wanted it to go.
How many run back angles do we need to plot to, to hit a stone in the forefoot here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility. Yellow coming into there. Red going to there. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ist das gar nicht so, danke. Das so schockt mich nicht. Der ist hart. Wir müssen halt irgendwie schreiben. Also auch von innen, nicht Feuer verstehen. Den da. Ich würde eher die Seite aufmachen. Das, wie du gesagt hast, ein Runback. Dass wenigstens die 1 weg ist. Vielleicht öffnen wir ein bisschen was.
There's a lot of what ifs and going on right now.
Ja, auch wenn du im Pilz ist okay. Schwimmen wir den da. Das ist eigentlich fast neben Nase zurück und hinten ein bisschen aufmachen. Ja, da bleibt so.
They have hammers, so basically they have 2 stones to try and tear down this fortress, and then hopefully find a way to get one close to the pin with the last stone, I guess. But it's going to be super hard.
Yep. I mean, the good thing is we're going to get to see a heavyweight stone.
Yep.
We love to see that.
Right. Anna is ready to throw some weights here.
Jill standing there with this head start, so you know the stone is going to have some weight on it. Can she keep up and keep that broom working?
Double peel.
Now catches on that yellow, and oh, watch that.
And then here's a stone in play for Team Flugler.
Yeah, as Stone's coming down.
That was a little bit of a scary moment, but yeah, back to sheet C here, where nothing really changed that much. I mean, there were a couple of stones moving around in the guard zone, but for Team General, just well, let's put something else in there.
It's interesting to see the different paces of play on some of these sheets. Sheet B, they're already in the 8th end, while on sheet D, they're only in the 6th.
Sheet D.
Sheet D.
Bisschen mehr
That would
noch.
be our friends, Team Veraken.
Oh. Alright.
And you guys here, yeah, we're only in the 6th as well. So sheet B playing very fast.
Karl, Karl.
14 more minutes till the bell. We will not see an 8-ender here, probably just a 7-ender.
Good.
So that one a bit on the high side, but not that it really gives Team Karg any kind of option for scoring.
Doch vorbei.
So, what run back are we going to see now?
Ja,
And
ja.
our sheet D and
Damit wir ein
B
bisschen
safe
aufmachen.
out there.
Der bleibt hoffentlich vorne sitzen.
So yeah, right now Team Gunner is sitting here with 4 in the house.
Zimmern normal.
Karg has to do something, so it looks like they're trying to raise this yellow one. Try to move something around and put a yellow one in there. So push one out and then outscore the other 2 to give a steal of 1.
Okay.
You could overhear you and say, okay, like, let's try the impossible, but you never know. Spin the wheel of fortune.
Linie.
Running it for line. Needs to hit on the outside part of that yellow.
Linie.
But this one is inside. Maybe with that tick, will it slide in? Ooh, that's hard to tell if that actually came in as at least 4th or not.
Ja, bisschen mehr sogar.
Sometimes it just doesn't work for you.
Liegen immer noch 4.
They do have an option here. If Getter doesn't completely block this off, but I know that's what they're going for is the guard. Maybe there's something they could still do.
Yeah, guard or
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just he pointed at a guard and where
Yeah.
he's setting up. That's they're not going to risk doing anything dangerous.
Gar nichts.
Just coming over a little bit heavier than they would have liked, so that's actually going to tap it forward. Does it tap it enough?
well, it takes away the run back angle. Then that's a good thing.
That's all that was necessary. I guess they don't really care if it's they score 2, 3, or 4. They really just want to win the end. And
The good thing is, if they can get a stone in between, they might do some damage control and allow Jenner to just take 1 here. Just come in here, tap the second shot stone, move the shot stone to the back of the house, and then sit shots. And that's, I think, a decent option.
looking at it from this angle,
Bleib vorbei, du kommst knapp vorbei. So ungefähr.
Yeah.
Maybe you just have some kind of controlled
Aber mit der
like,
Ball
hack weights.
Oops.
Because you don't have to actually knock the shot stone out of play. You just
Yeah,
need
coming
to
in through
tap,
that way.
tap outside of the forefoot, and that's enough. So with some kind of hack weights, I think it should pick up enough curl to get around the center guard, come in between those stones in the front of the house, and then tap the shot stone back.
Board weight tap.
Board weight, I heard.
Board weights.
Go hammer stone. Damage control.
It is an important one. Just in terms of
No, and this
no,
one's
it
curling.
doesn't really.
Yeah. Is this gonna hit the?
I think it didn't have enough.
Didn't have enough weight. No, looking at that, did not have enough weight.
I
That
think
was
it's 3 reds.
Yep. I believe 3 reds.
Well, I think for Team Car, it doesn't really matter that much whether it's 1 or 3. I think chances for them winning this game are not very big at this moment, and 10-4 or 12-4 doesn't make that much of a difference. The difference is for Team Genner. They score 1 point or 2 points less.
Yeah.
Scoring 11 points is still pretty good. Also scoring 4 ends here.
Yep. 4 ends, 11 stones. Plus the all-important 2 points for the win.
Yeah.
And Florian will be starting things off here in end number 7 for Team Genner. Bell will be ringing in about 8 minutes, so this is very likely the last end of this match.
Yep.
Check if I have everything up to date on the other matches, and we'll bring a quick scoring update.
Green is good. Knopf aufs Haus. 15-0.
15-0. Brings that one into the top of the 8 foot. Basically saying to Team Karg, we're going to draw you into a hitting game, and that only benefits Team Genner.
Linie! Linie!
I think sweeping a bit
Linie!
next to the stone here. Yeah, Johanna has been sweeping a lot this game.
Yeah, getting a little bit tired, I imagine.
Good.
Does get rid of it, and the shooter stays in the house, so it'll be interesting. We'll see who blinks first, if this is going to be hit. Getting ready to go. Still a quick scoring update. G-Force is leading Team Dubrish 6-2 in the 7th end. Garmisch and Hofer are all tied up at 5 in the 8th. Genner over Karg 11-4 here, and then Team Verreken over Team Flugler 5-2, and apparently I spelled Flugler wrong.
Linie ist gut. Wärts. Fest. So weit es geht. Okay.
Looking to come in and use that guard. Feels a little wide. Is that going to curl over enough? I'm going to sweep to make sure it has the weight. Try to bring as much curl out of it as possible. Hard, hard, hard. Get into the house. Just biting, about half buried behind the guard. I believe that's... It looks out, but I believe that's in.
I think it's in there. But yeah, hard to say. I don't know where we're looking at.
Good. Linie ist gut. Wow, Linie ist gut. Float einer. Float einer. Vorne 4. Yep. Yep. Yep, ja, Karl. Fest. Nice. 14-7.
Gets that into the forefoot. A little bit behind both of those guards, so 5 stones have been played, so he is able to go and clear this out. You're going to want to open up that center, hopefully score a little bit later.
Linie.
Calling for line. Johanna's like, I'm tired. Run back. Ooh, okay, gets their own. Goes red onto yellow onto red. Red and yellow in the house are taken out. Bit of a tic-tac-tock situation going on there, but lots of stones moving. And in the end, yellow is shot.
Linie fest.
Immediately call for line.
Linie trotzdem. Oh. Yep. Oh. Karl.
Now wanting it to curl, I want to get this one a little bit over the nose. Maybe I could tap that one underneath. Tiniest little kiss off the yellow, but it does put it into shot position. Johan Karg,
Auf 6.
lots of decisions of what to do. Ooh, hearing applause going off from down on the ice. Don't know what about, but
Länge. Auf 6.
looking for line, wanting to get this one into the house, deeper than that red, behind some coverage.
Picked up that curl again at that point.
It's just too light. You see on the weight that it's just, yeah, not enough weight on that stone. No amount of sweeping was gonna drag that in.
Was? Zwei. Linie ist gut.
Matthias likes the line.
Auf 2. Ja,
Just
Karl.
to bring that onto the center line as a
Mütz,
guard.
einer. Yep. Fest Mütz muss Karl. Auf die Centerline. Auf die Centerline. Ja. Kim, der geht noch. Kim.
Sweepers to get it down onto
Okay,
the
good.
center line. Not quite, but he still finds it good. Sehr gut.
Das Motor auf.
Gonna
Achtung.
break things open here. Maybe catch this on the right outside edge of the nose. And there is the bell.
Wow.
And unfortunately, catching their own yellow. So things basically stay the same.
Yep. I think they are probably waiting for this game to be over, have a snack and a drink. Well-deserved victory for Team Gunner. Leading 7 points, so technically Karg cannot win anymore.
Fast, Lutz.
This one a little bit wide. Try to make it curl. It does not. Squeeze through there, so ends up behind the red.
Möchtest du gleich durchspielen? Entweder der oder aufmachen.
Wird nicht über unseren Spiel, so ist der andere weg.
Ja, passt.
Johannes' final stone of the match, trying to yellow onto red.
Throwing the stone, chasing the stone. Not easy.
This one gets the double, but not the right one. Does that red get all the way out of the house? It does not. A little Swedish curl to come back in, just as a little in your face. Team Gunner sitting with 2 already. They're going to try to draw in behind those guards. And really just force Team Karg to come up with maybe a miracle in the last couple of stones.
Die Toleranz ist ein bisschen vorne. Linie ist perfekt. Linie ist perfekt.
Line is perfect.
And then Jonas is calling for lines, so who knows best? Seems that Matthias is okay, but they probably did need a little sweep there. That one's going to tuck around into the house.
So nice.
Just
Just slide in gently behind the guards. It peeks a bit over on the other side now.
We have a final from Sheet B. Team Hofer beats Garmisch 6-5 in 8 ends.
That's a strong result for Team Hofer.
Yep, they're definitely showing what they've got in this tournament.
Vor tief oder stehen bleiben, war gut. Gut sein. Genau wie der Guard.
Just needing to set something up here. And try to take the end and a stone or two. Does this have enough to get down there where they needed to? Got to get at least halfway into the 4-foot.
Feels light.
Feels like a little light. Line looked good, but just coming up with not enough weight. I think that's just kind of been the hallmark of this match for Team Karg. Just not quite right on a lot of their shots. Nothing terrible, but just stuff like that where not getting enough weight, just being a little bit outside. And Team Genner making them pay for it.
Yeah, ever since that fifth end, I think for them the pressure was off. They could just basically play their game, and I think the game was kind of settled. Basically, we've seen 2 games: the first 4 ends, and then the last 3.
Yep.
Stay close. Linie is good. Linie is good.
That's the line. We need to sweep. We don't want this too deep so they can block off close at a point. Maybe a little bit heavy,
Sorry.
but nah, that's all right. Tucks that in there for a third red. Fist bumps all around. Be very curious to hear the debrief from Team Genner after to see if what we say is like, hey, this has been a good match. It's been a pretty good match for them, and only to find out that the coaches are saying, no, this is terrible. Why did you guys do that?
Wir würden schnell spielen, weil einfach Innenseite spielen muss. So rüber. So. Du musst es unten nochmal anschauen.
So 2 more stones, or what am I saying?
Last
4 stone.
in this match. While they're talking, we'll give one final update. Show what's going on before we leave the air. G-Force comfortably leading Team Durberish in the 7th end. Team Hofer defeating Team Garmisch. Team Karg trailing Team Genner. And Team Vareka leading Team Flugler as they enter the 7th end there. They play out the 7th end. Sweeping it for line, trying to get this one through. Got to catch it on the inside part of the nose to roll underneath.
And they make it.
Great stone there. Good way to finish. You got to finish on a positive note.
Yeah,
and
finishing
looks
strong
like they
here.
did.
I mean, it's an end. Those things count in the Schenkel.
It does. It does.
There's the
So,
handshakes.
Handshakes all around. Congratulations to Team Genner. Good job there winning that match. Really, that 5th end. Yeah.
Yep.
That is it.
Team Genner, they remain unbeaten so far in this tournament.
As we jump back up to the booth. Yeah, that like you were saying during the match, a tale of 2 ends. A tale of 2 matches, really. The first 4 ends really tight back and forth. But then, as Team Karg worked their way back in to level it up, they get the wind taken out of their sails with that big four house for Team Genner, and it was just smooth sailing on in for Team Genner there.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you saying, well, playing with 3, is it an advantage or a disadvantage? And the argument for being it an advantage is, okay, you get to throw 3 stones instead of 2, so you get to kind of calibrate and find your weight as a thrower. That works that's an advantage in the beginning of the game. The other team eventually picks up. But then the sweeping part, kind of only having 1 sweeper, that's a disadvantage that really starts to show in the last part of the game. So maybe that's also one of the reasons why you could see the Team Karg kind of dropping behind. But then again, Team Genner is on paper the stronger team in this matchup. So in that regard, it wasn't a surprised that they were able to win this game here.
Nope. It was very much reason. You could see the reason why Team Gunner is one of the top 10 teams in Europe. You know, they stayed calm. They played their match. They set up their stones, set up their shots, and scored at will, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So we can show that. Oops. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. There we go. Tim is the winner. We have added the point to his thing, and yeah. So those 2 points I gave you on the first day is what's keeping you afloat right now.
Yeah.
You know, it looked good. I really thought Team Karg had a chance there, and they did. But yeah, I think the second match of the day, playing with the person down, you could kind of see maybe it took its toll, and Team Gunner was able to pull away.
Yeah. But yeah, we had 3 games so far, and a huge pool of games, and we have one more session to come. And that's the last one of today. We will have a Slovenian derby on sheet A, and then we will have Team Legenton playing the mixed Hungarian team. On our sheet, I'm calling it our sheet, the courier sheet,
it is our
sheet. Yeah, we own the sheet. We will have Team Augustin, one of the Austrian teams we haven't seen on stream yet during this tournament, playing against Südtirol Bruneck. Remember, was their second game on our stream. I think
we saw them yesterday. So,
yeah. And then Team Messenzeel, the Germans will play against Team St. Gallen. So interesting games coming up. These are games for teams that currently sit in positions 9 to 16. So the winners of these matches will probably end up in the top 8 spots and go to the dinner party tonight as one of the finalist candidates. Because this is also what you fight for. You want to be in a sweet spot and then be all comfortable and and self-respecting, show up with your best dress or best costume, and then say, well, I'm top 8. I might be in the final. Who knows?
Yep. So we have a short turnaround time, 45 minutes as opposed to an hour because of the dinner event later this evening. So we are going to wrap it up and say thank you to everybody who stopped in and chatted and even just watched, even for a few seconds. It's all appreciated. Thank you very much to Bjorn for joining us at the beginning of the match for a little pre-match talk.
He's still here.
He's still here. Yep.
Yeah.
So thank you all. We're going to say goodbye, and we will see you in about 45 minutes.
Yes.
Bye.